alter egos! Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
Always loved, like, how it said, choose your alter ego. So badass. It's so crazy to me to think that there's so many great old Flash games. Dude, it's so nostalgic right here. Like this level. Fuck. So beautiful. And just like... It's weird, like my favorite Sonic game ever is the Ultimate Flash Sonic. My favorite Street Fighter game is this one. You know, like it's weird. It's like people don't know about these games, but they're so fucking good. Just the fact that like some kids out there made this stuff for free. I could go a whole rant about that, but I don't feel like it because I'm sad. Even just like look at this shit, like just the way that you can tell the text was typed in right on Flash or something like that. It's just so good. It has spelling mistake functions. Looks like there's a deer in the background. So maybe I should introduce it first. Yeah, this is like the Street Fighter Flash. I remember playing this on Mo Fun Zone back in the day. Don't know if it's on Newgrounds. So much good shit. Yeah, I remember like my old friends. When I was a kid, my best friend's name was Nana. He was this cool kid. His family was from Ghana. And him and his brothers were so into games. When we go there, we just play games all day. It was fucking awesome. He had a GameCube, and then his brother Samson was like heavy into Dreamcast and shit. He loved like all these fighting games. Bloody Wolf and all that stuff. Yeah, and then when we were at my house, we would usually play like these kind of things, you know. There was a great Flash site called Action Flash, and we used to play games on there all night, and it was crazy. Fucking awesome. Just great, good times. He was a really good friend. That lasted. Yeah, like those are the really good memories you have with video games. Celebration of life, I guess. I always find it funny how Vega is like, looks like he's pointing towards something. He's got his thumb out and he's like, you know. It's so weird, like, how we viewed these games when we were kids. At least how I did. It's like, it was more than a game. It was like an adventure. It was crazy. And even like when we didn't understand it. Like, I had no idea who made this game. I didn't even know what Street Fighter, like, was, you know? Like, I didn't know it was even... Or maybe I did. Maybe I knew it was based on a thing. But it's just, it's like weird. It's like someone made this game and somebody put it up. And it's all like just very mysterious. I'm sure back in the arcades it was probably the same way. It's like, wow. I don't know. The mystery is not really there anymore, I feel. Yeah, like not knowing who made the game is like such a funny... Something strange about that. And I love, also kind of really like how it's like a private experience too. It's like... People don't know about these games, you know? These Flash things that I love so much. So it feels cool because it feels like I'm... It's not ruined by stuff, I don't know. Hold on, I need to take a piss. I'll be back. Keep playing Shadow. Wonder if you can hear those police sirens. I find police sirens kind of interesting. One thing I was thinking about earlier was how I find it funny how a bit strange how kind of excessively afraid people are of like being assaulted, you know. I mean, if you're a woman, I understand that totally. That's different. But for men, I don't want to be like an asshole and say like you're not like brave or whatever, but I just I don't know why people are so afraid of like getting like assaulted or some shit. I've been walking around these streets, you know. This is not like a good area I'm living in, you know, Parkdale. And, you know, never have I had a problem. Whenever there's any, you know, the people you gotta watch out for are crazy teenage boys who they'll do insane shit because they're just crazy. Like, I've been chased by kids, these like fucking, I don't know, sound racist, but you know, these black kids, whatever, you know, ethnic kids. I don't give a fuck. I'm a minority myself. You know, one time they like chased me down the street with like a fucking ball, you know, like, oh, come, I want to play catch, motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. And then one time they were like, they shot, same kids, like shot like fucking like fireworks at me. Other than those kind of people, I don't really get it, personally. I don't even lock my fucking door when I leave my house. I don't give a shit. You know, no one's gonna rob my ass. Like, I guess this part of it is oh my god, this level's so beautiful. Look at this level. What a nice, like, wow, isn't this brilliant art? Great. Yeah, maybe it's like I don't give a shit whether I live or die or whatever, so... Like, if I get murdered, I don't care, or whatever. But that's not really it, because I don't want to get murdered. That'd be horrible. Getting stabbed or some shit. But I'm not afraid of shit. Like, in that sense. I don't know why. Like, it's just... What's gonna happen? You know? I've got into arguments with, like, drunk people. I've known gangsters and criminals. And it's like... As long as you don't provoke anybody too much, you're not going to get your ass kicked. Most people don't want to fight anyways, because it's crazy. You know, whenever I've seen, like, fights and stuff between people from the hood or whatever, kids who are crazy themselves, they don't even want to do it anyways. It takes, a lot to get them to that point. Like, you know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I just feel like I sound like such a punk for saying this, because it sounds like I'm bragging. I'm not bragging shit, I'm just saying, like... I just, you know, because I have a sleeping disorder, so I walk around at night. At 3 a.m. I'll walk around everywhere. Maybe Toronto's just a safe city or something, but, like, I walk around all the time, and nothing fucking happens. You know, you see crazy people, you see people who might be criminals, but, you know, just ignore them. Oh my god, I love this picture. M. Bison. Yeah, I don't know. I don't give a shit. It's just people are like really scared of like getting robbed or something. Like I said, if you're a woman, I totally understand that. That's completely different. But for men, I don't really get it. It's like, you know, like all the times I've been robbed has always been like, just I left my possessions outside and some fucking kids took it. But I'm not like, but I've never been like robbed at knife point yet. Just because, like, just be smart about shit. You know, if someone looks really shady, just watch out. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like, it's always like people threaten stuff and then they don't do it. I don't know. Like, I have so many fears, but getting like assaulted is not one of them. You know? And not to sound like mean or something, but the same goes with like police. It's like, I'm not really afraid the police are gonna like kick my ass, but then again, I'm not black either, so there's a different thing going on there. But like, I don't know, just be careful. I don't know. I just think like I'm willing to risk it. I don't give a shit. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Oh, maybe because like, we're watching a fighting game. Like, it was more dangerous in school when I was like fucking 12 years old or whatever. You know, we'd get our ass kicked by kids in the school, you know. That was like more crazy. And then like I went to like actually a really nice high school. There were some gangsters, and apparently there was some gang event that happened or whatever. But you know, overall it was like a really nice place. Like, it was like a black school, whatever, with like, you know, poor kids and shit. But everyone was like nice, and you know. But for people who went to like kind of bad schools, like I went to visited a few that were like pretty crazy. That shit's nuts. Oh, here we are in Thailand. That is Shakyamuni. Oh, someone's in trouble, I guess. Anyways, that's the Buddha, Shakyamuni. That's him lying down. I think he's thinking. I've seen that pose before. I think there's more than one statue of the Buddha that depicts him like lying down with his hand on his head like that. I don't know what it means, because you know all the statues, you know, usually religious symbolism is always present in some form. So, like for example, you might notice that when the Buddha is depicted, his ear is like long, like you can see here, like his ear looks long. That I think it's supposed to be he's listening to the suffering of the world. Like he can hear the suffering of the world better than other people. So that's like why his ear is like big. He can hear things. Yeah, I don't know if this is like him before enlightenment or after it, if he's thinking about stuff or whatever. Anyways, I don't think anyone cares. Sagat is the whitest looking Thai person I've ever seen. He looks like a Nak Muay. He is a Nak Muay, a Muay Thai fighter. Hell, even a guy I know who went to jail said that nobody assaulted him. And he was like my size, like 150 pounds, you know. He was in jail for a week, and he said, like, as long as you just stand your ground, they're not gonna fucking, you know, do anything. Maybe it's different when you're like in prison for like a long time or something, but maybe the moral of the story is Canadians are pussies or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying that this applies to all fucking cities, obviously. Yeah, there's some really scary places. I'm not. But maybe I'm just talking about Canadians. Like, why are you guys so scared of... Why do people have cameras everywhere in their houses and everything? It's like, you really think you're going to get robbed? Like, I don't know. Like, robberies take place, but it's like, do you really think it's going to be you? You know? I don't know. Like someone's going to come into your house in particular? I don't know. It just feels like unlikely to me. You hear a story like, oh, I mean, I knew a guy who broke into like a weed store or something like that, but it's like, I don't know. It's just like, why would you be afraid of everything? Just to be afraid of it. Like, I'm already too afraid of shit, but I'm just afraid of like my own mind, and I'm afraid of like what people think about me and all that kind of stuff, being alone or whatever. But I'm afraid of like people's dogs. You know, because you never know, they might like come bite me. But I'm not fucking afraid of that, really. But I'd be more afraid of that than like getting robbed or whatever. I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I just thought like maybe it's cool to talk about a topic rather than nothing at all. Anyways, this game's awesome. And like how when you're fighting yourself, it's like he's like kind of purple. Desolation. That's kind of what happens when shit goes down. So I'm living on my own for the first time in my life. I'm 25, living in Parkdale because my mom kicked me out because I was too crazy. Oh, this is a cool level. Oh, Akuma's a cool fucking character. Yeah. So I got my own place. I'm very grateful for that. It's very cool. I would not want to be, homeless or whatever. But where was I? Why did I mention that? Oh, I guess I was just trying to say, like, after a lot of the shit that happened, it's like, in the end, it's like you're kind of like left with the ashes of it. What? Oh, I just noticed he's called Goki. That's weird. Oh, wait, was that the last one? Oh, cool. Take a look at this level, for example. Like, it's so cool. Whoever the fuck made this is just, what a weird, strange level. Such a, real good. And it's the kind of thing that makes me like, I would love to visit a place like this. I know it doesn't exist, but it's like, so what is this? Like some kind of strange, like, tree place with, like, things and smoke, and it's just, like, it's crazy. I don't know. What was I talking about? Oh, I guess I was saying, like, people's fears are weird because, like, I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff that we should probably be afraid of, and, we're not. Anyways, I think he's done. Wow. Fuck.